This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to yet another top 5. Today was sent in actually from Nathaniel Robinson, and we decided to go with it. And today's theme is top 5 games that take all day. So these are games that are usually going to take more than 4 hours, and that you are going to have to get the Doritos out, the Mountain Dew, whatever else you guys decide that you like to drink, cupcakes, whatever. Get it all piled up, get your friends over, and get ready to do a little camping for the day, because that's what these top 5s are. Now, I left out, I could have ran this to 10, but a lot of the games were very, very old and mostly war games, so I kind of chopped it down to 5. So let's start up. At number 5 is a new game, a brand new game, and this game is crawling up the list of favorite games of all time. And once I get my hand on the expansion for it, if it plays solo as well as it plays in a group, and if it cuts down the time, the solo as a solo game where I can do it in about an hour and a half, this can move up in my top 5 games of all time. And what game is that? Well, it is Fallen Land. I really enjoy this game. I've said it in the review, I'm a big fan of Wastelands as a video game. And anything that can make me feel and bring me back to those days when things weren't all about graphics and stuff like that. It was more about storytelling. This is a game that tells a story unlike any other. And guys, if you decide to do this with an outer space theme, count me in. Just tell me where I need to pour my money to you. So Fallen Lands comes in at number 5. Number 4. You guys are going to be shocked by this one. Yeah, it's Talisman. It's number 4, which is high. If you look at that I have at least 20 games of this type that I could make a list at. It's high at number 4 because the enjoyment I get playing with my family. But oh my God, this game to me sometimes feels like Monopoly. As much as I love it, is as much as I hate it at times, because if the girls decide to drag it out and argue with each other, this game can really drag on. And we've somehow had 8-hour, 9-hour games, and by hour 6, I'm almost in fetal position. But then again, we've also had games that we played where 10 hours have gone by, and the queen would come out and say, "Are you guys going to eat dinner?" And we're like, "Dinner? Oh, it must be 4 o'clock," and it's 8 o'clock. So, you don't know where the time had gone. And number 3, this is one of Sam's favorite games of all time. Now, I have not had the chance to play Twilight Imperium 4th edition as much as I would like to, but I'm going to base this on the 3rd edition. I really like Twilight Imperium. I think it is a great space opera. It's something I always want a little bit more of. There's something more out of it. I don't know what it is. I wish I could put my finger on it. But I also feel that a lot of times that if you get behind in the game, you're kind of done for the day. Thanks for playing. I do love it. I love science fiction, conquer planets, take over the universe type of games, 4X games, and there's a lot of them coming out, and trying to catch what is the benchmark of it, which is Twilight Imperium. I love this game. I love this game a lot. That's why it's at number 3. At number 2 is a game that's very dear to me. It's one of the first big box games that I gotten in a long time, and it's an older game, and that's Sid Meier's Civilization. And I mean the old original version, the one with the massive map and the 2 million pieces. We've sat down and we played that with 4 or 5 people, and that is a masterful game. I have a copy from a friend that is very dear. I actually have 2 copies of this game. That's how much I enjoy this game. It doesn't get to the table as much because it's hard to get Victoria involved in that technology tree thing, but I really love this version of it. Maybe because it just makes you feel that you are on a global scale and you're going at it, and there's a lot of posturing and resource building and trying to get your civilization up enough maybe to take out the other person, or technologically trying to outsmart the other person and win by other means, diplomatic means, shall we say. This is a great game, and it'll always be on my number 2. As far as all-time games, it's in my top 100 without a doubt. So what's the number 1 game? What's the top of the heap? What's the big kahuna? Who's the one that wins? Well, this game's been around for a very, very long time. And they just come out with a 50th year edition of it. And yes, it's Axis and Allies. Simple enough that anybody can learn it, but difficult enough where nobody can master it. It is a masterpiece of a game, and if you've got 6 hours, 7 hours to play with some good strategic people, you can waste a day away playing Axis and Allies. I consider this the benchmark of all-day games. This is, people want to call it beer and pretzel. I don't call it that. I think they've done enough where they've made this game an elite game, a game that needs to be talked about with all the other quality war games, the richer board games. This Axis and Allies is a great game and has a lot of legs. 50th anniversary, you cannot go wrong, and you cannot say that this does not have a lot of legs. Now, I think this fits this list perfectly, and I think this deserves the number 1 spot. But, as in all things, maybe you don't disagree with me. I mean, maybe you don't agree with me, which is okay. But, there's a way that you can rebuttal. You can put something down in the comments and let me know what you think. Give me your list, that maybe a short list that you would think would be the top games that should be there. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something there that I haven't played that I need to play. There's only one way to find out. Leave something in the comments. As always, it is a pleasure doing these lists with you, and I enjoy them each and every time. And until next time, I'm Rob Warren, and we will see you soon.